Hey, I'm Master John Vasquez and welcome to Gold Medal Martial Arts. And today's video is going to be the third section of Taeguk Chil Jang, the breakdown of this form. So this last section is a little bit longer than the first and the middle section, and there's a few more moves, so this video is going to be a little bit longer because we really got to detail out some of the complexities of the combined movements that we have in for single counts. So meaning there may be a count of a hana, dual, and instead of just one movement, it could be 2 or 3 movements in that same count. But this should help give you good clarity and help clear up any confusion you may have from learning, or any questions that you may have. You can figure them out through this video here. So let's get into the video. Last video we ended here with the second low block, middle block here. Okay, so you can get back into this position here. You got the right leg in front, left leg back, and I'm actually going to move to the side just a little bit here. Now you're going to take your left leg and turn around into a walking stance and prepare for a wedge block. Normal walking stance, wedge block. So I'm going to bring my arms up, cross them. You can see right here like an X. Body's up straight. And I'm going to execute 2 outer middle blocks at the same time. So I'm going to turn my hands out to block. The same time I do that though, I want to make sure I don't want to do this here like a lot of people make the mistake of that and separating the elbows really far on this block here. You want to actually keep the elbows somewhat pinched in close together, so you don't want them to go out too far outside of your body area, your width there. Over here is too far. From this position, you're kind of getting into what's called a mountain block, and you don't want that to happen there. So here, wedge block. From here, I'm going to pick my right knee up, slap my hands down onto my knee, assimilating as if I were to grab somebody's head and kind of smash it down onto my knee. So as I do that, I'm going to slap my hands down on the knee. Let me move my clicker there. Bring my hands way behind me here so it sets me up for the next move, okay, which is going to be my double upset punch into a rear cat stance. Hands up. 1, 2, double upset punch. Now, you want to make sure in this position here you don't allow the elbows to go out past your body. You want to stop them right on the sides of your body, right in front of your hips. Now from here, the bent leg, my left leg, which is behind me, I'm going to straighten that leg up to go back to a front stance. My right leg should stay in front, so there's no stepping there. Then I'm going to do an X block, down a lower X block, which I have my right leg in front. When I execute the X block down here, I want my right hand on top of the X formation. And then that's that count of movement there. And then I would do the same thing on the other side. But before we get into that, let's go over that part again. So from here, did the second one. I'm going to take my left leg around to a walking stance. Cross, wedge block. Pick my knee up, slap the hands down. I'm picking my right knee up. Bring the hands way back. Now this is a 1-2 movement here on the landing for my step. 1, 2. Upset punch. Double upset punch. Front stance. X block. Now, there's still a little more details into that movement there. I don't want to give you too much all at once because then it can be a little choppy or a little hard to digest. The only thing here now that's left is once I do my wedge block and I move forward into the reverse cat stance and double upset punch, when I land, all of those take place at once. So like this here. Wedge block here, left leg's in front for that walking stance. Knee pitch, prepare, and then 1, 2. Now, from there, I'm going to take my right leg, step back behind me, another wedge block. Now I'm going to pick up the left knee, same movements on this side, just the opposite. opposite parts of my body. Left knee up, hands back, 1, 2, double upset. Now my right leg is going to go back straightened up for the front stance. X block. Low X block. Now because my left leg is out in front here, the left hand is going to be on top for the X block in that position. Put her. Show. Okay, so the next step after we've executed both sides, we did our reverse cat stances, double upset punch, back to a front stance with our double low X block. Now we're going to trail off going reverse back to the end to end the form. And remember, in all Pumse, you want to try to start and end in the exact same spot. So going back here, I'm going to take my left leg to what's called a T stance. T stance here, so my left leg is going to be facing that way. And then I execute a back fist. Boom. So if you can see that from the side here a little, this is what it looks like. And I'm connecting here and executing the back punch that way. So like this. Now from here I open the hand up. Then I'm going to crack the leg. Now I'm going to hit my right elbow in the left hand. Now I will do this towards the camera after I explain it. This way you get an idea of how to execute this properly. So then I'm going to slide back to another T stance and extend my right arm for another back fist with the right hand. Then I do the same thing again, open my right hand up. It's just the open palm, not a knife hand. Then I'm going to left leg inner crescent kick in. Stance this way. Hit that elbow again. This time it's going to be the left elbow into my right palm. From here, I'm going to execute a knife hand block with the left hand. The position that allows me to just go right that knife hand block here. Block. Straight movement here. I'm going to step all sitting stance. Side step. Now you want to make sure toes are direct. Knees are out kind of wide and bent, but I got my body up straight. You don't want to lean. A lot of people make the mistakes of their horse sitting stances and they keep their toes pointed out to a V. That's how our body and legs are naturally shaped. So we have to kind of control that and make sure the toes point to the front. Total side punch, so you should look like this at the end. Good, nice, wide horse sitting stance. Side punch, shoulder height, wrist straight, rear hand, which will be your left hand, should be on the hip, elbow back. A lot of people tend to get a little relaxed on their position here, and that elbow's off to the side. And you should always be looking in the direction that you punched. And yes, again, there's a key up at the end of that. Okay, so let's go. Are you there? So we just did second one. We went down to our X block. So next movement, I'm just going to count from 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Ready? And Hana. Back fist. Dual. Open the palm. Horse sitting stance. Elbow strike. That's all one count. Set. I'm going to slide this back to a back stance, to T stance, a back fist. Net. Open the hand up again. Left foot crescent kicks in. Hit the left elbow. Then I go into the next movement. Dasa, which is the knife hand block. Yasa, last movement. Sitting stance to a side punch, key up. And parallel, hop, show. Okay, now I'm going to do that last section facing towards you, so ending where I'm coming towards the camera. So that way you can kind of see or get a good visual of those last movements. And this will give you an idea of how to practice along with the camera as well. So we just did our second reverse double upset punch, reverse cat stance, double upset punch, and then back front stance here into the X block. So the last movement's going towards you here. Put up. Oh, show. Okay, so that was the last, the whole entire last section here with the double upset punches and the reverse cat stance to the end. This way you can see how that works. So let me get to where we started. It would be here. Second, front, low block, middle block. This is the second one. Okay, next movement would be Yasut. Left leg turns around, walking stance, wedge block. Yugo. Yudo. Aho. And Yo. Johanna. Yudo. And you're set. Put up. Hook. Show. So again, if you need any reference to the form on that one, you can go and check out the other full video where I'm just doing the form. Taeguk Chil Jang on the YouTube channel. I'll put a link down in the description for you so you can go and check that one out if you want to just browse that whole thing in its entirety. But this is the whole breakdown of Taeguk Chil Jang.